Hello, everybody. I thought I would come back with an update since it's been a little bit. It's been about a month since I posted my initial working version of AMail. And today it's going to look very similar than it did before, except for the fact that underneath the covers now, I am using SSL connections to my local Docker instance, which I got converted to using SSL. That took a little bit. It's a self-signed cert, but it does work, um, which is pretty cool. So this is all; these are all emails I have on my local Docker instance. Works great. I can actually, click on them just like before, read the body. There's some logging going on in the background, uh, you know, all that good happiness. And I can still send a message to myself, which is pretty cool. So there's my happy message. So I can send it. It should send, hopefully, and then fetch a mail, and shows up on the bottom. So this all still works. This is great. It's working on my Docker instance, which is fantastic. Now, the problem I have currently, I still have some SSL issues. I've tried to push it out to using my ISP's IMAP and SMTP server. The IMAP works. I built an account for it. I can actually see the emails for it. No problems. The problem I'm working through right now is my SMTP. I'm doing something incorrectly with sending SMTP that works on my local Docker instance but does not work with my ISP's SMTP. It gives me an error about doing the SMTP out of sequence. So I have a lot of stuff happening here that I'm not really doing error checking like I should be. So the next update will just have some error checking and start to try to figure out how am I doing the SMTP out of sequencing. Uh, I'm really looking forward to getting this out here as soon as I can, but I want it to actually be functional. I want to catch some errors. I know there's going to be problems, but I want something that actually is a baseline usability and that can actually work for people. I have tried it on my one of my physical Amigas. I have a 4000 tower that I was working on, and it's amazing how I'm doing things. It takes a little bit to actually do the SSL and that encryption and all of that happy keying and stuff. So it's a pretty different start from what I'm using here on the AmyBerry to what's happening in the real one. Performance and speed will happen later. I want it to work first and then do things to actually make it better. But I wanted to get something out. Thank you for coming along. I know this is just like a short little video, and hopefully you keep following along. And thank you for those that have, and appreciate all the feedback that I've gotten. This is my project for me to get better at C. It's been years since I've used it, so this has been very eye-opening and a personal project, something fun to work on. So when you're learning a language, having a project to work on, this is my project, and I love my Amigas, and that's where I am as my personal hobby. So this is it, and so it's just going to be a ground-based thing. So look for more. This will be coming along, and thank you all.